Hey everyone, I'm here with Matt Clifton, the creator of Montague's Mount. So Matt, how are you finding Eurogamer?
It's great, yeah. It's a big show. We was at Res, in Birmingham, and this is so much bigger than Res was. And we're getting a lot of people come to see the Oculus as well. So it's having to put a little banner up saying 5 minutes only. So it's
I noticed that yesterday. I mean, I came along yesterday, and I managed to get time on the Rift. But if I'm being honest, I'd have quite happily sat there for about 20 minutes playing it. But I have noticed a little sign.
Area you walk around in so contained. We thought, well, people are going to get bored in a couple of minutes, but they like looking at the rain in it.
Yes, yeah, I have noticed that myself. I mean, the game itself, Montague's Mount. I mean, explain to us, what's the story behind it? What made you go for that?
It's well, to be honest, for me personally, I moved to Ireland about 7 years ago, and it was a different culture, different way of life, a lot more slow.
Yeah.
Didn't have any friends or family, so it ended up being almost like a therapeutic thing.
Yeah.
And I was going to do a sort of puzzle game. I like Myst and those old sort of games from the sort of 80s and 90s. And I was thinking, where can I set it?
Yeah.
And the normal sort of trend for first-person games might be a lot of bloom, like Far Cry. And I thought, well, let's go the opposite and just have it raining every day.
Yeah,
which is like Irish weather.
Yeah, I mean, when I was reading about it, and it was said it was set in a desolate Irish island.
That's right. Yeah.
As you said, it's not the norm. It's not the kind of like what you expect.
There's no sun.
No,
there's no sun coming out there.
Very, very island. That's very island, very Irish even.
It is, yes.
So, I mean, you're saying that you've got it on the Oculus Rift now. You've had a lot of people coming to see the Rift.
Yep.
How have you found the reaction to the game itself?
They're loving it. What, from an Oculus point of view, or from?
Well, just for the game itself.
It's the Oculus has been one of those weird things for a show. When we was at Res, then everyone came to actually see the game.
Yeah.
Because you tend to find now that even like with the other games using the Oculus, that people are more interested in having a go on the Oculus than the actual.
Yeah.
I don't think it really mattered too much what the game was at times.
That's true.
Like when they're queuing up to play something with a new bit of technology, they. That's what they're especially when you go over to the Oculus stand and you've got an hour's wait.
Yeah.
They can come here and have a go in 20 minutes or something, and it's.
Yeah. Okay.
But we're having good feedback from the game. In general, it's going well. We nearly finished it now, so
yeah,
we're nearly all over.
Well, I hear this has been your baby for the past 18 months. It's pretty much all you've been doing. You've now had a publisher come in to give you a hand and help you with that. How are you finding things going now?
Oh, it's great. It's one of those things where the game is all self-financed, so I'm fine doing like all the models and the code and that sort of the meat of it. But I saw all the ancillary things like the PR and the QA and the localization, actually all the expensive bits.
Yeah.
So even though they're not really sort of helping me sort of in a financial sense, like monetary, but they are really, and they've been great guys, and the game's come on so much.
Yeah.
Like I was originally thinking about releasing back in March, but if I had it done, the game wouldn't have been ready. It'd have been. I'd have thought it was ready, but so they've added so much. It's been great, really.
Okay. Well, the game itself is on Steam, on Greenlight at the moment.
Yes.
What kind of feedback are you getting from the Steam community?
Oh, it's been brilliant. Yeah, we don't get hardly any negative comments. There's always going to be some people who it's not their bag or it's not their genre, etc. We just need those votes now. It's one of those things. It's not even I suppose it is a hurdle in some respect, but there's nothing we can do about it. It's just so we're hoping Christmas, if we can get the remaining votes and get green for Christmas, then I'd be happy.
Yeah, that'd be a nice Christmas present to have, wouldn't it, if you could finally get that?
You probably know yourself, all the other portals, they only add up to a sort of a small percentage of what Steam sort of produce, so we need to get it on Steam really, because it's all been on the wife's credit card, so she needs to see some money come back, if not there might be a solicitor.
Yeah, we don't want that at all, do we?
No.
Now, at the beginning, you mentioned a game that I played when I was a lot younger called Myst.
Yeah.
And as soon as I sat down and started playing Montague's Mount, that was the first thing I thought, Myst.
Yeah.
It's nice to see, you get all the obvious games that are here at the expo, all the AAA games, it's the same thing over and over again. Now that you've brought this game out, or you're bringing this game out, and it's somewhere in the market where there's not really a huge amount of, I wouldn't go as far as say competition, but I mean, how are you finding the reaction to that? Because back in my day, it would have been fine. That's the type of game we played. These days, when you're competing against things like Call of Duty, Titanfall, all that lot.
I think it's going to probably be pitched more to like the more mature gamer, especially if, like from the indie gaming scene. A lot of the games you see nowadays from the indie scene like pixel art or like 8-bit graphics. So it's nice to do something a bit more sort of visual. But having said that, that's took so much time. If I'd have done some pixel art or some procedurally generated game, I could have got it out probably in 9 months. But We hope so. Yeah, that's the sort of like money and and obviously like the fame doesn't appeal to me because I'm more of a back behind the scenes guy. Like even like interviews they sort of scare me to death, to be honest. I don't really enjoy that. All I sort of want out of this game basically is to sort of financially is just give me enough just to make the next one.
Yeah.
That's it really. I can tick over nicely. Cost of living's cheap in Ireland, so I don't need. It's not like I'm living in London or something. Where, so. Yeah.
Obviously, still working on this one at the moment, but you just mentioned the possibility. If this does well, making the next one. Any ideas for the next one?
It's not going to be raining.
No rain. No rain.
No, I think it'll be less graphically intensive. Just something I can get out. Because to be honest, when you're on your own, you've got no help. You've got nothing to fall back on. In 2 years of looking at the same beach.
Yeah.
It's quite soul destroying towards the end there. But now the end's in sight, you start to get your second wind a bit. But there was, I suppose all projects have a lull in the middle. But 2 years of just been on your own doing it in a dev dungeon, it's
a lot. It takes it out of you.
It's hard, yeah.
Right, well, brilliant. Thank you very much for the interview, and all the best for the future, mate.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Thank you.